So last weekend, my friends and I decided to host a potluck for the first time since college, because apparently, adulthood means you schedule quality time 3 weeks in advance and then spend the next 2 weeks arguing about who gets to bring chips. Everything was going smoothly. Lisa was bringing her famous mac and cheese, Chris promised his experimental potato salad, which is always just regular potato salad with 3 random spices, and Alex, who recently came back from a trip to Thailand, said he'd wow us with a fusion dish. That was the mildly intriguing part. Alex, whose idea of fancy cuisine is Taco Bell, suddenly wanted to bring fusion. The day of the potluck arrives, and everyone's setting up in my kitchen. Lisa's mac and cheese is bubbling away, Chris's potato salad is present and accounted for, with what I suspect is cinnamon, and then Alex walks in, cradling a Pyrex dish like he's carrying the Olympic torch. "Behold," he announces, setting it down with a flourish. Underneath the foil, there's a concoction that looks like it escaped from a 1950s church basement, a gelatinous, wobbly slab of neon green, with pinkish bits suspended inside. "It's fusion cuisine," he declares, beaming. "I call it Jell-O hot dog casserole." At first, we thought it was a joke, or maybe some kind of performance art. But no, Alex starts explaining. "I googled fusion cuisine and it said something about melding different culinary traditions. So I fused Jell-O and hot dogs. East meets West, right?" The room went uncomfortably silent except for the faint quivering of the casserole. Chris, ever the diplomat, tried to slice it, but it jiggled away from the knife like it was sentient. Lisa whispered, "Should we call someone?" Alex, meanwhile, was already serving himself a hearty spoonful, the hot dogs wobbling like lost submarines in lime green waters. "I guess we should have seen it coming, given this is the same guy who once made deconstructed ramen by handing out cups of instant noodles and pouring boiling water directly on the table. But nothing prepared us for the taste test. It was indescribable, somewhere between a failed science experiment and a dare gone wrong." When Alex asked for feedback, Chris said, "Well, at least you didn't take the fusion part literally and plug it into an electrical outlet." And that, my friends, is how we learned the real meaning of fusion cuisine. Just because you can fuse two things together, doesn't mean you should unless your goal is to shock everyone.